Hello and welcome to highlights of Milano-Sanremo, Donne, the monument, and 20 years we have waited to utter those words. Marianne Vos, a pre-race favourite, along with the likes of Elisa Balsamo of Lidl Trek. Lotte Kopecky, though, the world champion in her first race of the season with her teammate Lorena Wiebes, would go into the 156 kilometres from Genova to Sanremo as riders to watch along the beautiful, iconic coast through Savona, Finale Ligure, through Albenga, and then the climbs of Capomelo, the Capocervo, the Capoberta, then the famous Cipressa and the Poggio, before that fast, twisting, technical descent and the finish on the Via Roma. Flag dropped. There was rain at the start, but the word on the street was that it was dry in Sanremo, and that would be a welcome message for the riders out on the road. A breakaway group did finally manage to go clear. We had Anna Kinnenberg of the Volker Vessels team, who was being chased by Virginia Bortoli of Top Girls Vassa Bortolo and Laura Tomasi of Laboral Curzia Fondacion. But the peloton, with tailwinds throughout the day, were not letting anyone really get too much of an advantage. They didn't want the same scenario as Umlaut Het Nieuwsblad. Lotte Kopecky in her first race of the season was floating around the front of the peloton, but unfortunately, Letizia Paternoster of the Liverlula Jayco team went down right at the front of the peloton. Chaos ensued as many favourites were delayed by the crash. They were heading towards the foot of the Cipressa, and everyone was scrabbling around for positions as they tried to lead into the climb with some advantage at the front. Franzi Koch of Picnic Post NL right in the centre at the front. Puck Petersen, Cassia Nubia Doma, Elisa Longo-Borghini all up towards the front. Lucinda Brand was doing a phenomenal job along with Amanda Spratt of keeping Elisa Balsamo in the right sort of position for the finish. Kopecky with teammate Lorena Wiebes in the group. Would it come down to a day for the sprinters? There's 9 kilometres from the foot of the technical descent of the Cipressa to the start of the Poggio. And it was Pauline Ferrand-Prévot that came to the front and thinned down the group considerably. Breakaway group did go clear, but unfortunately too many favourites in the front group, including Lotte Kopecky, Blanca Vas, Wiebes and Balsamo. No one wanting to take them clear. The group was brought back by the EF Oakley Cannondale team. A couple of pre-race favourites in there, outsiders of Noemi Rook and Cedrine Cabal. We headed towards the foot of the Poggio, 9.2 kilometres in length. And as we swung right and then left and started the Poggio, it was Cecilia Trupp-Ludwig that came through to the front, and the pace that the Dane would set for teammate Cassia Nubia Doma would really prevent anyone attacking on the Poggio. Juliette Labousse was the first rider to go, the French champ from FDJ Suez, but really, as we headed up the Poggio, this would be the only attack of the climb. Cassia Nubia Doma, the winner of the Tour de France FAM, right on the wheel. And as we headed up towards the summit, a last-ditch effort by Nubia Doma, it would come to nothing, and we would start the descent still with the sprinters in contention. Demi Vollering would try just as they swung left onto the descent. Puck Petersen, poised and ready. Johanna Lippert, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, Marianne Vos, all still in position. Puck Petersen was setting a phenomenal pace on the descent, and it did thin the group down considerably. The world mountain bike champion was using her descending skills to her advantage. Demi Vollering locked right on the wheel. Elisa Longo-Borghini launched an attack just inside 4 kilometres to go. She went through 2K to go, still with that advantage. Would it be the dream scenario for the Italian fans, with Longo-Borghini winning in the Tricolore National Champions jersey? Kopecky, though, was on the front, looking to do the lead out for Lorena Wiebes. She had said in pre-race interviews if this was the scenario, this was the role that she would take. Lorena Wiebes down through the centre. It's going to be between Marianne Vos and Lorena Wiebes. Wiebes and Vos. Wiebes comes through the centre. Lorena Wiebes takes Milano-Sanremo for Team SD Works Pro Time. Marianne Vos and Lorena Wiebes sprinted out. You would say that is one of, if not the biggest win of Lorena Wiebes' career. From the aerial shot, Marianne Vos launches her move first, but Lorena Wiebes had speed to spare and came through to take arguably one of the biggest victories of her career. Your top 10 looks like this. Lorena Wiebes takes Milan-Sanremo ahead of Marianne Vos and Noemi Ruck. Ferran Prevot, Vollering Lacourt, Daiget Bausmo, Labus and Kopecky, your top 10. What a day for Lorena Wiebes. She's reinvented herself over the last couple of seasons, keeping that incredible sprint, but just opening up the races that she can win by improving her climbing. And what a ride.